Guys, I've been lacking. I have not seen as many new releases as I would have liked to this year, but that's okay because the summer season is coming up and it looks like we're going to have banger after banger, starting with Mission Impossible and ending with Weapons. But with the rest of the upcoming 2025 slate being so strong, I thought, is it just me not dedicating time to new releases, or did 2025 just start off slow? And I think that's an obvious answer. 2025 has been very slow. There hasn't been much content. And for starters, there has been a few movies that I've had in my radar, but either I haven't made time for, or they weren't playing anywhere conveniently near me. And those films are Friendship, Drop, Until Dawn, The Monkey, Opus, Ash, The Legend of Ochi, Hell of a Summer, and The Assessment. Now, maybe if I would have seen these films, I would have looked back at the first 2 quarters of 2025 differently, but for now, it's been majorly disappointing. So let's rank the 13 new releases that I've seen this year. Number 13, a Minecraft movie.
Welcome to the overworld.
Anything you can dream about here?
I swear I'm not a hater. I have this movie at 5 stars on Letterboxd as a joke, but the whole event surrounding the film was just super fun. One thing I did miss out in my childhood was Minecraft, so I had no bias towards the film. But in the end, the movie is pretty messy. It's cringy. It's just not a good film, but it is a good time. I just couldn't see myself watching this film ever again. Number 12, Snow White.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
No, I am not a Rachel Zegler hater. I love her. I think she is super talented. Just watch West Side Story. Now, regardless of what you think behind her comments behind the original film, that's up for you to decide. Now, how's the movie? Well, it's better than I thought it would be. I knew from the start this movie wasn't going to be as good, or at least as good as I thought it could be, as it was delayed a whole year. Now, I was very excited at the idea of Mark Webb directing another movie, but again, my boy got slapped in the face by an indecisive studio. Let my boy work. He is a good director. Honestly, I hope he just goes back to directing more personal films like 500 Days of Summer. Snow White feels like 2 different films. The movie isn't all bad. Rachel has such a lovely voice, and you can tell Mark Webb really tried his hardest, but there's only so much you could do when you have Gal Gadot in your film.
Are you against me too? Are you? Yes or no?
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
Number 11, Captain America: Brave New World.
Wilson. Thanks for coming in. Well, thank you for the invite, sir.
I think I kind of hate this movie. When I first watched it, I gave it 3 stars. I don't know why, but over time, it's aged like milk for me, especially after watching Thunderbolts. This movie somehow packs every bad MCU cliche into one. A terrible villain, terrible writing, out-of-place jokes, annoying quippy side characters, and worst of all, a forgettable soundtrack. Now, I'm not the first one to say this, but I agree. This movie could have worked a lot better if we didn't know Harrison Ford was going to be the Red Hulk. But the most frustrating thing for me was the lack of personal stakes for Sam Wilson. I don't like Sam in the MCU. Now, granted, I haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I think the movie could have at least tried harder. And it sucks because this is Anthony Mackie's first solo film in the MCU. Again, I'm not hating. I just did not like this film. This is just the type of Marvel movie that I just don't enjoy. Number 10, a Miku who can't sing. Yeah, I don't talk about it here on the channel, but I do watch anime. I plan to do a Madoka Magica video sometime in the future, but I actually want to rewatch it instead of writing the script off memory like I usually do. Now, Miku was interesting. I haven't played the games, and I had no idea about the lore behind the series. And I don't know if Miku has a raging fan base or not, so I don't want to tap into this movie too much, but I thought it was okay. I like the songs. Number 9, Death of a Unicorn.
I get this feeling I don't think we're supposed to be here.
I have no idea how Jenna Ortega has such great taste in films.
And then a 4th one. Damn. Oh, I do have a soft spot for Harry Dean Stanton in Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
I think that's like a classic. Makes me feel good.
But is always choosing questionable ones to star in. but whatever, sis, you get the bag. Now, I don't watch trailers like at all. The purpose of a trailer is to sell you on the movie, but that's exactly why I don't need them. If I see Jenna in a movie, I'm going. So imagine when I realized the movie was Jurassic Park on steroids with unicorns instead. I mean, the concept is fun, it could have worked, but the direction and story surrounding the premise is just so dull. The story requires you to be invested in the father-daughter dynamic between Jenna and Paul Rudd, but you never buy it for a second. In the end, this movie is just forgettable. Number 8, Black Bag. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about this film. I don't need action to be entertained. I like heavy dialogue films. The first few minutes of the film actually go insanely hard, but this movie just ended up being very boring. I did not give a single flying fuck about the characters. Yes, I am aware they are spies. It's in their nature to be mysterious and coded, but for a narrative, it's just not very interesting to watch. The performances are fine. Kate Blanchett is always amazing, but I've seen this movie before, done better many times by the same director. Number 7, Warfare. I still prefer Civil War to this one, but this one is just so raw and uncomfortable to watch. On a technical level, this movie is one of the best of the years. The way they play with sound is so interesting. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about this film. It's just a good film. Number 6, One of Them Days.
I'm sorry, I had to get a jump from Shamika, and they had a checkpoint in La Brea. I had to go all the way around.
I had no intention of watching this film, but I'm glad I did. It's not the best comedy of all time, but there's a lot to enjoy here. The chemistry between SZA and Keke Palmer is a joy to watch. A lot of the jokes made me chuckle. Number 5, Nova King. Similar to One of Them Days, I had zero interest in watching this film, but I was sort of starving for some content, so I had no other option. And I was very happy watching this film.
She is very gorgeous to me!
The action scenes for the most part were fun and creative, but some did overstay their welcome. The kills go hard, the humor is unhinged, and it's kind of refreshing to watch a movie that's so committed to being stupid fun. Number 14, Mickey 17.
On Earth, nothing was working out, and I wanted to get the hell out of there.
You're applying to be an expendable? You read through the paperwork.
Yeah. I should have read through it.
Yeah, this movie worked a lot better for me than I thought it would. It does lose a lot of points for the ending. The ending felt never ending. It felt like the most unnecessary mandatory studio finale ever. It felt like that show went on for 40 minutes. It really lost me there. But the themes Bong Joon-ho is tackling to this day, just with different genres, is a joy to watch. From classism to capitalism, you get the gist. We all know Mr. Bong Joon-ho's filmography at this point. The standout here is obviously Robert Pattinson. He has really come a long way from Twilight, and if he keeps making projects like this, I'll keep watching them. Number 3, Sinners.
Love you, brother. Be careful. I will.
I know a lot of you would put this as the best of the year so far, and I think that's fair. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie is phenomenal. I loved it. Michael B. Jordan is amazing. Coogler's direction is so inspired. The soundtrack had me levitating, and the dancing scene, you know which scene, had me levitating to the moon and back. It's honestly one of the coolest scenes I've ever seen in my life, and it made me sad knowing that I'll probably never direct something as personal and influential as that in my life. Number 2, Companion.
There have been 2 moments in my life when I was happiest. The first was the day I met Josh.
I'm Josh.
I'm Iris.
Any movie that drops Barbarian in its marketing is going to get my attention. So yeah, I went in expecting something weird, and Companion delivered on that. This is one of the most surprising, twisted, and genre-hopping movies I've seen all year. Now, the plot, look, the less you know going in, the better, and I do mean that. Don't watch the trailers, actually, at all, which is one of the reasons why I just ignore them completely. I would have been pissed if I saw the trailer before this movie. Just go in blind and let it wash over you. Number 1, Thunderbolts.
There's something wrong with me. An emptiness. I'm just drifting, and I don't have purpose. I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
Yeah, this is my second favorite Marvel movie post Endgame. With most MCU movies, we tend to cry because we've been attached to these characters over the years. We've spent so much time with them. But Thunderbolts was different. This was the first time I shed actual tears, not because of a death, but because of a character arc. It's genuinely impressive how much the film made me care for these misfits and losers. Never in my life did I think the MCU would have the guts to tackle something as real as depression and self-harm, but here we are, and I welcome it 100%. And yeah, I mean, I'm back on the Marvel train. I'm hyped for the return in Doomsday, but if one of them dies, I'm crashing the fuck out in a theater. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what I've watched this year. I really do hope to watch more films. I mean, in total, I've seen 50 films this year, which isn't much, but I do need to watch more new releases.